Tonight on DC News Now, a man accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend.
I can't believe he did this to the mother of his kids.
The victim's mom with a heartbreaking message.
We made it through one round of rain and storms today, but we'll let you know when things could get active again on your Wednesday.
The president again talks about taking over the District of Columbia.
We want a capital that's run flawlessly.
His concerns over crime.
Amazon's annual deals are here. This time, they're lasting longer than ever. We're helping you stretch your dollar with how the looming tariffs could impact sales.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Let's take a live look outside right now. The severe weather we saw earlier has moved on out, and we're taking a live look right now. It looks like Reagan National Airport, but things are still really steamy outside.
Certainly are. Meteorologist David Matson, and we were saying earlier, it's kind of like a sauna still out there.
I know. The storms provided some brief relief, if there was a bright side, but yeah, it's going to stay steamy, and that's going to set us up for another round tomorrow, it looks like. So we're going to have to be ready for that, folks. In the meantime, though, yeah, things have dried out across the majority of the DMV. DC very much included there. Nothing popping up on the radar loop close to the city. Now, down across a few of our southern counties, well, we still have some rainfall and thunderstorms working on through. These are not severe warned, but we are seeing some heavier rain still pushing through parts of Fredericksburg, Stafford, and then eventually drifting over into southern Maryland yet again. Parts of Charles, St. Mary's, Calvert counties will see this heavier rain over the next hour, but all watches have been dropped. The flood watch, the severe thunderstorm watch were either allowed to expire or were canceled across the entire area. So good news, we don't have any worry of severe weather, heavy rain the rest of the night. And we'll wake up tomorrow, speaking of, to those very warm and muggy conditions. And as the sun breaks out, as we head toward the mid-morning hours, well, that's going to just heat things up as we move forward. And yes, we are expecting another round of storms and likely some heavier rain more so tomorrow afternoon and evening, which is why this flood watch was already put out for all counties along and east of the I-81 corridor. So we'll have to be ready for that threat of some heavier rainfall. We'll time out when things will turn quite soggy and active once again for you on Wednesday, coming up here in just a bit.
All right, a Maryland mom with a critical message of impertinent threats to hurt you. Believe them. Her daughter was killed over the weekend.
And police say that her ex-boyfriend is responsible. DC News Now's Tim Reed has more on this mother's warning that she hopes will save a life.
The family of 29-year-old Sharita Criswell is speaking out after police say her boyfriend, 32-year-old Harry Lindsay, shot and killed her during an argument. Criswell's mother and sister want justice for their loved one.
He killed my baby. I can't believe he did this to the mother of his kids.
Jerice McCotter is grieving the loss of her daughter.
You took her life. You get to go to jail and be free. I'll never get her back. Never get her back. Domestic violence is very serious.
Police say she was shot and killed at this Landover apartment complex on Saturday. Harry Lindsay is now facing murder charges. County executive and former state's attorney Aisha Brayboy says Lindsay allegedly tried to strangle Criswell back in June.
That the individual who had abused her, who we believe tried to kill her by strangulation, should be held without bond.
Criswell's family has a message for others who might be the victims of domestic violence.
Domestic violence is serious. It's nothing to play with. Never let anybody, I don't care if it's a man, I don't care if it's a woman, do not let anybody put their hands on you.
Harry Lindsay is being held without bond. In Prince George's County, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
Now to a tragedy in the district. Someone fires a gun in Southeast and a stray bullet ends up killing a toddler in a car.
Yeah, really heartbreaking. We spoke to the family of Honesty Cheadle.
Hurt a baby, 3-year-old. Her name is Honesty Cheadle. She was 3 years old. What could she done to anybody?
That is Raymond Cheadle, Honesty's great uncle. He says Honesty was with her father and had just returned from 4th of July fireworks show when gunshots rang out and she was shot.
The person that did this is a coward to me, and I'm going to do everything in my power to help find him.
Now, police are still investigating. Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to hear from Honesty's family and their message for the shooter. President Trump is again threatening to take over D.C., and this time he mentioned it during a cabinet meeting.
Yeah, D.C. News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us tonight live in studio. And Daniel, this is not the first time the president has made these threats.
No, that's right, Chris and Susan. He's made comments on Air Force One and in the Oval Office over his disdain for D.C., but today's threat continues to raise concern for people who live in the district. Since he took office in January, President Trump has taken shots at the way D.C. is run.
We've had a good relationship with the mayor, and we're testing it to see if it works.
During Tuesday's cabinet meeting, President Trump was asked about the New York mayoral race. He spoke unfavorably about Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani and pivoted to the district.
If a communist gets elected to run New York, it can never be the same, but we have tremendous power at the White House to run places when we have to. We could run D.C.
The threat against New York and D.C. makes D.C.'s U.S. Shadow Representative Oye Owalewa push harder for statehood.
Just another Trump threat to our home rule and our self-autonomy. You know, when we fight for D.C. statehood, it's not just about voting rights. It's our ability to essentially have control over our own lives, our budget, the way we're able to vote for our mayor and things like that.
Trump says his chief of staff is working with Mayor Bowser.
We don't want crime in D.C. We want the city to run well. Susie Wiles is working very closely with the mayor, and they're doing all right. I mean, in the sense that we would run it so good, it would be run so proper, we get the best person to run it.
Owalewa says Congress is not interested in governing D.C. and being in charge of things like filling potholes and picking up trash.
Although it's good to have a relationship with the White House and Congress, we have to stand up for our people.
Mayor Bowser's office declined to comment. In the studio, Daniel Hamburg, D.C. News Now.
Daniel, thank you. The Supreme Court clears the way for President Trump to continue the mass firing of federal workers. The lower court had put a freeze on billionaire Elon Musk and his Doge team's initiatives and those initial layoffs. The justice is lifting the pause, giving the Trump administration yet another win. But unions, nonprofits, and advocates are warning that the mass firings will remove critical services and hurt families. The Department of Justice is taking back roughly $800 million aimed at reducing violent crimes and to support victims all across the country. 5 organizations suing the DOJ, hoping to keep that grant money. And while a federal judge calls the DOJ's actions shameful, he's still dismissing the case, saying that the organizations failed to show a constitutional violation or protection.
In Northern Virginia, a Prince William County man pleading guilty to a deadly shooting outside of a nightclub. It happened in 2021 in the parking lot of the Babylon Cafe in Woodbridge. Prosecutors say Travion Johnson was seen on camera firing shots outside the hookah lounge. Kaylin Robinson was shot several times in the parking lot. Detectives say they knew each other and Johnson planned to murder Robinson.
A rally in Maryland at Prince George's County Community College urging school leaders for a fair contract. Now, 200 faculty members, they voted to unionize last year, and they have been negotiating for their very first contract ever since. They say while administrators at the community college are set to get a 14% raise, the faculty was given a best and final offer of just 3.5%.
Basically, it's about respect for the profession. These are individuals that came into the teaching profession not to become rich, but because of the passion we have for educating students and making sure that we are educating students in a fashion that they are productive citizens. And we have got to learn to respect the profession and the individuals that have chosen to actually do this work, which is not easy work.
Demonstrators say that educators just cannot live off of the current wages.
We have an update tonight out of Northern Virginia. A very good boy will be back on duty at Dulles Airport tomorrow. This is K9 Freddie. He was attacked last month while working with Customs and Border Patrol. A man kicked Freddie when Customs says he found snake meat in a passenger's luggage. Since then, there's been just an outpouring of support for Freddie on social media. Good to see him back at work tomorrow.